Hello everyone, welcome back to MGSR. I know we were here earlier, but we're back again. This time, Mies is going to do an any percent MGS1. I know we were here earlier, but we're back again. This time, Mies is going to do an any percent MGS1 console run on the PSTV. If he wants to introduce himself, I'll let him do that.
Provided by Raichu, and I'll be fully focused on the run. So
okay, well, I'll let you get into it then. So he's like, Mies might have said he's gonna do any percent easy. Get into it then. So and he's like, if you haven't seen any percent before, it's something special. Easy. Let me tell you. You don't have your desktop audio on, by the way, do you? If you haven't seen any percent before, it's or something special. Let me tell you. Do you need it on for your game audio? You don't have your desktop audio on, by the way, do you? Or do you need it on for your game audio? Or can you, like, if you turn off your desktop audio, does your game audio go? Okay, well, leave it on now. No, because I have to mute myself in OBS then, because it's coming through from you, so that's fine. No, this is fine. We can roll with this. Sorry guys, I just had to mute my mic then. No, that's cool. Well, just don't deafen yourself in Discord. Okay. He can't mute his desktop audio. He needs it for the game audio. It's kind of a similar setup to Copper. Anyway, we'll move on. Do you want me to count you down, or? Okay. Want to pick your difficulty first? So 3, 2, 1. Good luck, have fun, Mies.
What was that noise?
Okay, I know what happened. Damn it. He muted himself in Discord. The one thing I told him not to do. It's okay. Okay, so... damn it. Okay. So I was just talking for like 3 minutes there. God damn it. Okay, so I'll go over everything I said earlier in a few minutes when we're in the cell. And oh, we're getting a bit of stutters. Hopefully that settles down. So the first thing to do is he's gonna skip past these spotlights. He's gonna grab the chaff grenade. He's gonna throw a chaff. Yeah, so Mies seems to be doing a no alert strat. This is like the safe version of the extreme big boss route. But yeah, it's like the safe version. But that's fine too. It's no problem. So you just gotta skip these codecs. Unfortunately, you have to mash all of the codecs. There's no easy way. We were spoiled with the iterations prior. Yeah, like the heliport strat, I think in a marathon type setting can be a bit scary because it can lose you a ton of time. Sometimes it's nice to just play it safe. But yeah, I mean, we were definitely spoiled. Oh yeah, definitely. If you're doing like hard and extreme, you miss the camera. I don't understand what you mean, I'm afraid. Yeah. Might as well say harder extreme. Oh yeah, this game doesn't have Euro extreme. So he's gonna throw a chaff here to distract the guard. And get to the elevator. For some reason or another, the explosion of a chaff grenade grabs their attention, but the actual grenade hitting the ground doesn't. Okay, makes sense. Sorry, also, this is an English only chat, if you don't mind. Apologize if your English isn't great, but I sorry about that, but we do have to enforce that one. So yeah, we're in the cell now. Oh yeah, there's no webcam. It's right, you. I'm the one who's talking. I'll type in chat so you can see who I am. Hello. Yeah, so we're in the cell. We have to do a little bit of waiting here. Johnny's running off to the bathroom. So I guess now is a good time. So we're in the cell to mention. We have to do a little bit of wait. Is he not going to go under the bed? I'll have to see. Yeah, so as I was saying, the Annie% route is more of a new route. As far as speedrunning MGS1 is concerned, I mean, for such a long time it was all bosses, mainly all bosses extreme. However, it wasn't too many years ago, maybe 5 years ago, there were some different skips and what have you found. So Mies isn't gonna go under the bed for some reason. Now this is gonna lose him a little bit of time here, because if you go under the bed and oh no, he stopped his timer by accident. If you go under the bed, Johnny won't fall asleep here, and it saves like 15 or 20 seconds or thereabouts. But anyway, like I was saying, it wasn't that many years ago where all these glitches and thereabouts, that kind of thing were found. But anyway, like I was saying, but there was a problem. We see, it wasn't the vent glitch was known about for a long time, where all these glitches. But the trouble was, once you got that kind of thing were found behind, you didn't have enough. But there was a problem. He's on deafened, hasn't he? The vent glitch was. It's echoing again. Well, he's deafened in Discord, so Are we good? Are we not? Are we good? Are we not? Okay. Can someone actually do for me? Because my hands are full. I have a microphone in one hand and it's hard to type with her. Can somebody just type Mies don't undeafen? Just so he knows, because I don't think he knows what to do. And don't worry about the timer, that's fine. Yeah, so like the glitch was well known, the vent glitch that we seen Mies do just a few minutes ago. But the problem was the hind, because the way glitch was boss progression well known in MGS1. It's very much like Metal Gear 2. Your health increases, as does your maximum progression works in MGS1. Ammo count very much like Metal Gear 2. Your health increases, as does your maximum ammo count. Hold on. Sorry, I don't have my headphones in from Discord, so I can't hear what you're saying.
I hope you can still look at yourself in the mirror, my friend.
Hold on. Sorry, I don't have my headphones in from Discord, so I can't hear what you're saying. Okay, what were you asking me? Okay. Yeah, so if you want to count down, alright, talk to you soon. No typing in chat. Okay, so a little bit of technical difficulties aside, timer difficulties, it happens. But we're back in action. Apologies for that, everyone. Hopefully there'll be no more troubles. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, and he's been warned not to undeafen, so he knows now, so there'll be no more echoes. Again, I'm sorry. And actually I'm going to keep Discord in my view, so if I see him undeafen, I'll quickly jump into OBS and mute my mic. But yeah, like I was saying, so basically blah 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 blah. Vent glitch was well known about. Problem was skipping the hind fight. You couldn't do the hind because you didn't have enough health or ammo, because when you defeat bosses in MGS1, it causes your max health to increase as well as your ammo capacity, and if you haven't defeated the prerequisite number of bosses up to the hind, you wouldn't have enough ammo capacity to hold any stinger missiles, so the fight became impossible. Effectively you soft locked at that point. Luckily, I believe it was Slade found by accident the weapons glitch, which we'll see in a little while, pending any difficulties. And that'll sort that problem out pretty fast. We'll see a neat little way of getting around that little hiccup, that little hurdle. But for now, Mies is just murking people in the docks. And there's not much to do in the docks. It's pretty straightforward, pretty quiet. You know, you just hang around, wait 2.5 minutes, an elevator will come. He's got about 30 seconds left until it starts to descend. It descends at around 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And the timer begins after you finish the codec. So it's all fairly straightforward. There's no way to slow this down, or there is a way to slow it down. If you're in an alert phase, at around the time the elevator is meant to descend, it won't come till that alert fades to an evasion. So getting an alert is okay, but just make sure you do it early if you plan to get one. So we're back. We're on our way back to the cell. Of course, some of you might have seen Plywood's any percent PC run at AGDQ, and this is a little different. It's the same basic idea, but you're spoiled on the PC. You don't have to worry about weapon glitches or anything like that. So it's a little easier, but it's the same basic idea. There's of course been some changes to the route and stuff since then. I'm not sure if Mies is going to implement these changes, what with skipping Nikita, stuff like that. But we'll see here shortly. So the first 15 minutes are a bit laxy-daisy, you know, they're a bit quiet, not much going on. Once you initiate the first glitch and pop into the cell, it's fairly straightforward. From there, it's a lot of just waiting. The difficulty then spikes up dramatically when it's time to pick up the PSG1 in the armory. It's one of the most common reset points for any percent runs. Hopefully the armory treats me okay in this run. But there's not much I can talk about right now, because I already went over it. And we've had an unfortunate technical difficulty and required a reset, but so he's gonna, I assume, use another chaff here, distract the guard. Hopefully he doesn't type in chat. Now, one thing I've noticed, he has a different throw on that chaff than most people. A lot of people tend to throw it against that wooden crate or box or whatever it's called. Mies kind of angles the throw a bit more to the left, and I mean, it has the same effect, I suppose, you know. Doesn't really matter one way or the other. So there we are. You can see Snake out of bounds. You can see him on the radar, the little blip, and we're in the cell. 5 minutes and 20 seconds to the cell that's about right. That's good enough, you know. And it's an average pace, I would say. It's kind of, there's not much to improve between the docks and the cell if you're doing the fastest heliport strats and the fastest tank hangers and what have you. Interestingly, it seems like Mies still isn't going to go under the bed. I'm not even sure if he knows about this trick. But if you go under the bed, it'll stop. If you go under the bed, and when Johnny comes back, he's like, huh, he's gone. And if you come out from under the bed at that point, you'll scare him, I guess you could say. So he won't go to sleep. Because what he's going to do here when he comes back, because Mies didn't go under the bed, is he will fall asleep for a short minute or two. Not a minute, sorry. For a couple of seconds. Blaming the cold medicine. So it's interesting to see that he's decided to forego. Oh, never mind, he is going under the bed. Okay. Oh, no, he's trying to... I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to vent glitch the bed. Or, oh no, wait, he's going under. Oh, no, he's not. He's trying to clip on top of the bed, yeah, so. The vent glitch, in air quotes, is basically you can use it anywhere that you can crawl under and go into first person. Copy, you've never seen that before? Yeah, so you can use it there, and you can also use it in the DARPA chief cell. So, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I wasn't sure what he was doing either. So I guess Mies doesn't realize about the trick to go underneath the bed to scare Johnny. But that's okay. Someone will have to let him know after the run. It's probably best we don't interrupt him. Yeah, Copper, you'll have to teach him. Copper actually had world record in any % easy for a while there, before Plywood started playing the game again. Took Big Bossu's world record. He only had it for like a day. I think you've got record in normal and hard, if I'm not mistaken. You let me have it for more than a day. Copper and Plywood are always back and forth with these records, eh?
The torture will stop as I promise.
Oh, he took that too.
I'll take the woman in return.
Oh, he's letting you have the hard one. Well, at least he's decent to not take them all from you.
I hope you can still look at yourself in the mirror, my friend.
Copper's actually at the moment routing Acid New Game Plus. We will not save Meryl. And I realize I'm talking about things that haven't got anything to do with the game, but at the minute there's not a whole lot to talk about pertaining to this run in particular. Well, the difference there, Apache, is Copper has to save 2 minutes, you have to save 10. Anyway, enough shit talk. So we're waiting for Johnny to need to go to the bathroom again. At that point, Otacon will come get us. It is a small common misconception that you have to call Otacon for him to come to the cell. But that's not true. Otacon will come regardless. Yeah, that's fair, Copper. That's fair. I was only taking the piss anyway. I just like to be an asshole sometimes. So Otacon will be coming here shortly. What? Who opened that door? What's going on? I'm scared. It's a ghost. No, it's just Otacon. It's just your old pal Otacon. He's brought you food. He's brought you ketchup. He's brought you Sniper Wolf's handkerchief. Yeah, he's a real pal. So the aforementioned armory, you know, he was looking like he was having a little bit of trouble with those lasers, but managed it in the end. So that's the main thing. Of course, if you trip those invisible lasers, you will get an alert, and on any percent that usually means a reset of the room. So we're heading now to the nuke building. Another tricky spot. It can be a bit of a nightmare at times. Picking up those grenades, and we'll be using those throughout the run. That kind of signals to me that perhaps he is going for the new route, but I'm not gonna speculate just yet. You never know. Foregoing a pack of grenades in the nuke building, so maybe not the new route, but a clean nuke building. Made it through without getting seen. That throwing that guard can be a little trouble. He can trip people up pretty quick, even experienced runners. He's a difficult one. Okay, so he's going for the Nikita, so he's using the pre-2018 route. But that's fine, and it's not too bad to take it safe. There's definitely no harm in taking it safe in a marathon environment. Not that this is a marathon, but you know, like a no reset. Apart from that reset. Excuse me. I know, we'll wash our hands of that reset. It never happened. So we're heading into the yeah, apart from that reset. That one, that doesn't exist though. Never happened. So you can actually vent clip, whatever you want to call it, over top of that little crawl space. Saves about a second. Opting to pick up some PSG-1 ammo for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's not going to skip Sniper Wolf. Maybe we'll see the first any percent run where someone fights Sniper Wolf. The rations are important, however. In any percent, your ration management is pretty damn important, excluding extreme, I suppose. But you do want as many of those rations as you can get. Of course, your maximum is 5. At the moment, Snake can only carry up to 4, I believe. And as you might have noticed, the Snake entered the nuke building and the commander's room. He did get that level up that he would have gotten from fighting the tank and Mantis, and you'll get a couple of those level ups throughout the run. Raven being your last one and the most important one, arguably. So he's going with the grenade to trigger an alert here, and that skips the cutscene and saves a few seconds. Using a grenade is a bit more of a risky strat. The old way of doing it was a stun grenade. So we're just seeing the Ascension here. The Ascension will test your ability to quick throw, and you also have to be careful with your stun management. You don't want to throw them willy-nilly. You want to place them in specific spots. Mies is kind of going an odd way about it. I haven't seen this placement of stuns like this before, but oh, and there's the first knockdown. Those guys can be tricky. They can knock you down if your quick throws aren't up to par. One of the benefits of MGS1, I would say, is if you press the throw button, think within 4 or 5 steps, really, of one of the guards during ascension. Snake will just hover over to them. He'll make his way over. So it's pretty lenient during the ascension, but and of course I didn't actually explain the quick throw mechanic. When you throw someone, and if afterward you equip a weapon, Snake will cancel the throw, but he'll cancel the animation, but the throw keeps happening. So it's like an invisible force has thrown this man, has judo thrown this soldier across the room. So that's pretty interesting, and it's a nice little bit of time save. There's a similar mechanic in MGS4 to cancel CQC throws. So we're coming up to the rappel. One of the more difficult areas on extreme. It's not too bad on easy. You'll also get your health refilled at this point. So at least they have the decency to do that for you. So, you know, 18.5 minutes at rappel isn't too bad. Nothing to sneeze at. We're coming up here to the first instance of the weapon glitch also. It'll be shortly after the rappel section. So ideally during the rappel, if you're going to get hit, you want it to be either steam damage or one shot from liquid. Much more than that, and you're playing a risky game. So 2 steam damage is the equivalent of being shot by the hind once. Mies is taking quite a bit of damage here. It's fortunate that he's on easy. He has access to quite a few rations. But overall, it wasn't a terrible rappel. A bit sloppy, but we can allow for that. He's grabbing the ammo and the rations, and he's going to grab the C4 here to use at the tower. So I'm not sure why he threw a chaff. I'm guessing that was on accident. I'm going to assume it was an accident anyway. He's having a bit of trouble here with these catwalk guards. They can be a real pain. Yeah, it's on easy. So you have to make your way down the tower here, unfortunately. If it was possible to skip this on console, it would save a ton of time. Good, at least a minute, I would have to say. I'd have to assume. Coming ahead, you get to the bottom of the tower, and Snake. Damn. Snake can't jump that tiny gap apparently. So the weapon glitch is basically he's going to plan a C4, equip a chaff, detonate that C4, mash some buttons, and equip the stinger. And what's happened is the game thinks you're now holding a chaff grenade. He's going to use this to break the stinger, effectively remove it from his inventory, and it allows him to skip the cutscene with Otacon, because if you trigger that cutscene, you softlock. End of story. So yeah, he's playing it safe. He was waiting for it to explode before he triggered that cutscene. The more risky approach is just keep going and hope that it explodes before you activate the trigger. So you're going to make your way up the tower. So he's going to make his way up the tower, go up the ladder to the hind, and come right back down, because that resets the area and puts those boxes that were blocking you previously back in their position. And we'll see another glitch. We'll see another little skip shortly after that, but I won't spoil anything. Copper spoiled it though. Hashtag blame copper. Just picking up these extra chaps just for safety. So as I say, he comes up and back down the ladder. Because Snake's afraid of the hind. He's decided, I'm not fighting that hind. Forget about it. I don't get paid enough. My boss has lied to me. It's not worth the risk. So we're going to forget the hind. We're going to go back down the tower. We're going to ignore it. Pretend it never happened. It didn't happen and you can't prove it did. So he's switching to his grenades here, so he's gonna cook the grenade as he comes down the stairs and throw it at the wrong time. He had his angle there was a little off, but that's okay. He's not gonna risk it again. He almost died there too, so he was lucky. Very lucky. If you time your throw just right, you can have the grenade explode as it passes the camera. So he's going to try and line Snake up very precisely here. It's very, very precise. And he's going to try and climb up on top of these boxes to drop down the tower. Now, funnily enough, they never actually programmed falling damage into MGS1. Oh, and he's got it third time lucky. And the reason they didn't bother to program it was because there was nowhere for Snake to fall and hurt himself. Unlike MGS2 or MGS3, where if you can fall from a great height and harm yourself, that wasn't the case in MGS1. The only falls were actual lethal falls, like falling into pit traps and the blast furnace. So that's a neat little trick. So now he's gonna skip these codecs and he's gonna use the weapon glitch again. This time on the PSG1 to skip Wolf 2. He's gonna use the barrier to damage himself, and this is actually a trick Trom found, Tromboncino. Oh, first try. So Mies has had 2 first try weapon glitch. So that's really impressive because the weapon glitch is not easy. Copper, a very extensive MGS1 any% runner, can tell you that the weapon glitch is hell sometimes. Countless runners have lost runs to that. And Patchy is just learning any%. I don't know how much experience he's had with the weapon glitch failing on him, but you know, it's pretty frustrating. It's very frustrating and upsetting when you have a really nice run and you just lose it because the weapon glitch just won't cooperate. Yeah, it can bite you in the ass, exactly. You know, I haven't got much experience running any%, but I've lost runs to that nonsense, and it's a real pain. So to get it both first try is very impressive, especially in a no reset environment like this. So big props to Mies. There are RV leaderboards on SRD. See what are you talking about? So as I was saying, very impressive. So he had to go back and pick up the stinger, because if you remember earlier, he destroyed the stinger to skip the hind, but we do need it for Rex, so we did have to go back and get it. It's very, very important that we went back for that. So we're on our way now to disc 2, into the blast furnace. You know, just over 27 minutes on your way into the blast furnace isn't bad. So pretty nice. He's He's gonna use up his last chaff. Don't know why he hasn't selected another weapon yet. Because of course, again, I'm sorry I'm forgetting to mention things. I'm kind of out of touch with MGS1, but none of the main guys were available to commentate, so you're stuck with me. It is important to run with a weapon MGS1 because it makes Snake move faster. So we're on our way to disc 2, so we're into the blast furnace. So he's going to PSG1 the first guard and use the Nikita to destroy the crane. That removes a nuisance bit of RNG from the run. So he's going to take it safe here, wait for this guard to pass, because it is possible for him to see you and shoot you right off. And as I was saying not so long ago, this is an instance where fall damage will kill you because you fall into molten iron. And he's throwing a stun grenade here. It's one way to dispatch that guard, I suppose. So it seems like he's ran out of chaff grenades. But he can equip another weapon. I think he still should have some frag grenades left. But we're coming up to the elevator fight here. This is definitely one of the trickier fights. I know in Extreme this can kill runs left and right, especially on excuse me, especially on all bosses. It's a very difficult fight. The main difference between easy and very easy is you have an unlimited ammo MP5. That's the only difference. And of course it's only available on Integral as well. But very easy is just a meme category. It's a joke. But anyway. Yeah, and there's no score screen, that's right. So we're at 30 minutes, heading up to Raven. That's pretty decent, you know. We're on pace here for that 110. Mies was saying earlier he hopes he can get a PB out of this run, and if all goes well from here, he should be pretty good for a PB, I think. So far this is a very nice run, very impressive. He's coming up to fight Raven here at the moment. Just quickly stock up on missiles and rations just to make sure you don't want to be caught short on your rations. So I'm not sure what kind of approach he's going to take here with Raven. So he's going to opt to stun lock and loop Raven. So if you keep him firing, his bullets actually have invincibility frames. So that's why you can't shoot down your missile here. So far pretty clean Raven. Yeah, your strat here would be running up with your rations equipped and just chucking grenades at Raven. 8 grenades I believe is the requisite amount. But the Nikita strat works just as well. And there's our final health upgrade. So we're at maximum capacity. We're good to go. And we're getting into the quieter part of the run here. The PAL key sequence is just about upon us. And we're actually, I would say, about 3/4 of the way done here already. There should only be about 30-40 minutes left. There's not much more to see now at this point. It's all fairly straightforward from here. So heading into Rex's lair. This is definitely the most relaxing part of the run. It's very quiet, very straightforward. We do have a little bit of RNG in regards to the rat, his spawn and what have you is all entirely random, unfortunately. But there's very little we can do about that, other than just hope for a good rat, you know. So just a bit of cutscenes and a few codecs here before the PAL key is shot out of your hand by Ocelot. Then the rat will eat the key. So we'll see what kind of rat Mies is gonna get here. So we're not getting the god rat, unfortunately. She's gonna over check the next position. There's 3 positions where the rat spawns. So he spawned over, so we're getting a good rat. Oh, did he miss? Oh, damn. He was just a little early. So he got, that was a pretty nice rat. Because unfortunately he missed him, but he didn't spend too long hiding, which he can do. So he's gonna put in the warm key, or the room temperature key, I suppose. So now we're heading back to where we fought Raven to freeze the key. as I say, there's not much to talk about at this point. It's all pretty standard.
What was that noise?
So we're almost finished up, waiting on the PAL keys. We've one left, and I didn't actually mention earlier, but it's 61 seconds from the fade in. Mies is getting a little impatient here. But when you go into those load areas to pick up extra ammo and that kind of thing, you do have to add some extra time. So the music note you heard when he first opened the menu, that's the correct note to listen for, but only if you haven't gone into those little mini loads or anything like that. So we're heading back towards the computer room. I'm gonna mute the mic again and just let the game play until we get to Rex, because really this is everything you've seen before. It's just back towards the computer room to put in the last key. Metal Gear Rex. So what you'll see Mies do is he's going to throw all his chaffs to stop Liquid from seeing him due to the radome. It being electronic equipment, the chaff blocks it. Got a pretty clean phase 1. Now in phase 2, we're gonna see Mies just stand and tank missiles with his rations equipped. And don't tell him, but he's ahead of his PB right now. So he was hoping that he'd PB on this run. If everything goes well, he might do. This has been a very nice run so far. So we'll be starting phase 2. Just tank and shoot. You want to aim your missiles directly for the cockpit. You don't want to. You can hit around it, but you won't do the full run. Preferably you get off 2 shots at a time. Oh, that one just barely missed. One more. There we go. And that's Rex. So it's a few cutscenes to skip, that sort of thing, and then we're coming up to Liquid. I'm not sure if Mies can do the Liquid Infinite, but we'll see. We'll see. Some codex and stuff, and then we're almost finished, gang. Not much, not long left. Not long left at all. And he's going to be well under his estimate. Yeah, he's definitely on PB pace at last I checked.
If you win, you might still be able to save her.
Secretary of Defense, Jim
You'll
Howard.
enjoy one brief moment
Yes,
of love.
he's a ridiculous man. Anyway,
If you cross this line,
so Liquid's gonna
fall.
blab for 30
At
seconds
this
here.
height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake. Nice shot! What's wrong, Snake? Better hurry. It's going to blow. Hurry. You're out of time. You're out of time. You're out of time. Hurry. You're out of time. You're out of time. You're out of time. Hurry! I'll drive. Uh-oh, a surveillance camera. Darn, no keys. I got him. Let's go.
You did it, Snake!
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
Liquid!
It happened. It happens. It was a good run though. It's looking like it might be a PB for you as well. Yeah. Mhm. No, that's okay. I think everybody agrees that liquid's a pain in the ass, so.
I don't, yeah, let's look into that. Just a sec.
We're just about to get your
Yeah.
score here now.
Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data.
This could be close.
No, sir.
Yeah.
My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am.
The second run in general went.
But while we wait
Yeah,
for
it went
Ocelot to
okay.
finish up,
Went okay.
how did you feel about the run in general? I suppose would be a question I'd have.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very impressive to see.
I had lucky, I guess,
The
and I
first
got a
try weapon
PB,
glitch
so
twice.
yay for me.
You know that's a trick. That's a trick.
So that's good. That's good. PB.
Difficult to pull
But
off.
yeah, the weapon glitches are still hard to manage. I had lucky for
No.
that the both weapon glitches went fine the first time. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I can with liquid
Everything else was
fight
more or
I
less quite clean as
can
well. I mean, a
get
clean
another
Rex.
additional 20
Liquid of
maybe
course gave a
25
little bit of trouble.
seconds advantage if I did it correctly. If it yeah Yeah, definitely in the infinite. But yeah, still learning.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you did the infinite, you're talking about a minute, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
107.
and there's
No,
some
no.
time we noticed to save on the escape as well. Just in general, I mean, but you're only
That will be
learning,
great.
like you said,
Thank
you
you.
know. And I mean, 107, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll highlight this VOD for you, and I can send it over to you so you can submit it to
State is mine. Thank you.
speedrun.com.
Well, I would
But
like to
I mean,
thank
if you wanna
everyone
shout
that
anyone
were
out, shout
here
yourself out,
present
Clive, on what
tonight.
you're getting up to on your channel.
For
The
some,
stage is yours.
in the middle of the night, instead of the different time zones we are having here at MGSR. My name is Mies, and I'm coming from the Netherlands, a small country in Europe. My currently time is 1200 hours 0000 p.m. So starting of the middle of the night. Big shout out to Raichu for providing commentary during my run. I was totally focused on my run, so I didn't also do some speaking during the run. Maybe in the future, when I'm streaming more on, when I'm getting more chances to stream on this channel, it would be great. Yeah, definitely. MGSR,
Oh, well, that's no harm.
any percent for sure.
Is that if people
Also,
go over to your
trying
channel, what
to
should they
go
expect to see?
forward
Some more
into the
MGS1
future.
any percent, I imagine.
I did all bosses in the past. Now I'm on any percent, and later on I'm going to run MGS2. So I'm going to learn that also. So yeah, big things I'm going to do, and looking forward to do some more MGS. So yeah. Yeah, and thank you once again for the opportunity, Raichu. Much obliged.
Okay, well, thanks again, my Mies, for
So yeah,
your run. We appreciate
that's
it.
it for me
And,
for this time. Thank you, thank you all for watching.
absolutely.
Be sure to
Okay.
follow if you didn't follow. Be sure to follow the MGSR channel and be prepared for some great content. We have some great streamers. We have some great runners here in this great community. So please leave the follow and be sure to check out all of the streamers. And my name is Mieslwd, not Mieslwd. It's just Mies. just Mies. And once again, thank you for all of your time and have a good night all. Thank you.